Hello and welcome to part one of script and Havy or Havy or whatever add-ons tutorials. So for this one, I'm gonna be focusing on the towers mainly. So I have it all set up right here. You can go into the description. I have a link to a game that's uncopy locked that I've published, and you can go ahead and click on three dots that you'll see, and then you just wait for it to open up in Studio, and then you just follow along with what I do. So, yeah. Here we're going to be talking about how to put on accessories to zombies and towers, how to upload or put in tower sounds, animations, all that stuff. Models, a dead zone for the towers, and we're going to use stat values for the towers instead of numbers inside of the script. So, how to add an accessory to a zombie. We'll take the zombie out of replicated storage zombie models easy mode, put it in the workspace. You can see here he is right now. So, I'll look for an accessory. Okay, here's the accessory. You're going to want to go up into the top bar, copy the numbers in right before, so it says www.roblox.com/catalog/numbers/Roblox, and then, or slash, and then the name of the item. So you want to copy that string of numbers. You want to go down. Make sure you click on the View tab and find Output. Make sure that's on, so it's on right now. So, or not Output, it's, where is it? Command bar. Make sure this is on. So, you go over here, say Game, Get Service, Insert Service, then we'll go :load asset, paste the string of numbers, .parent equals game.workspace. So that'll put it into the workspace. And then we go into the model, we get the accessory, put it into the zombie. So, since the zombie isn't up to scale with normal Roblox avatars, we're going to want to take the handle out of that, delete that, and then we'll make sure can collide and anchored is off. And we'll rename it to like cap or something. So we'll just put that there. We'll put the size to like, we'll just make the size equal to the head. So we'll just get a good size. Yeah, so now the zombie has a cap. We're gonna make sure locked is off. I mean, you don't have to, but okay, now go into plugins. If you don't have Moon Animator 2, then you'll have to use weld constraints, but this one's pretty easy. For easy weld, you just select the parent of the accessory, and then select the accessory by holding Control to select multiple, click Join in Place. But for the sake of this, I'll be using weld constraints since, yeah. So part 0 is head, part 1 is cap. So now they should be welded together. They should, yeah. So put those off, put can collide on, and then we'll go over here, collision groups, and then if there should be collision groups over here that say tower, zombies, and player. So I think I'll just do that right now because pasted all this into a different game. I forgot to do the collision groups. I'll just go players, then I'll do towers, zombies, players, zombies, towers, players, then towers, boop, boop, boop. And so now we grab this guy, add him to the zombies collision group, put him back into easy mode in replicated storage, and then we play, and once he spawns, the cap should move with him. Yup. So now he's moving along the path to the exit. Once he reaches the exit, the base health will go down and play a noise. Yup. Right? And it just doubles them every wave. 'Cause, yeah. In the future, I'll actually do wave layouts on, like, episode 3 or 4 or something. Episode 2, actually. So, yeah. And then, so, now that the zombies have a hat, we can go into the towers, get the pistolier, level 0. Put him up here, inside the workspace. So, we want him to have an accessory. I'll just do the same one for the sake of easiness, I guess. If that's even a word. So we put it in. And just like we did with the zombie, we'll rename it to Cap. Or whatever we did. And I'll just go into here. Head, Cap, Weld Constraint. So, can collide is on, but everything else is off. And then we copy the weld constraint, put it in head. So it should be welded now. And then we size it, copy, Control C, the cap size, and then we'll put it in here, put locked off. Oh, didn't change the size of the mesh. So I'll just, oh, well, that's on. I guess I'll just do it manually again. Now, I'll color him, just change his color to this, I guess, cool yellow. Make his torso, actually, I'll just use colors, I won't be using okay, this looks fine. Baby blue, right leg, left leg. Okay, so now we have the pistolier, but he doesn't have a pistol yet. So we're gonna give him a pistol. So yeah, we're gonna actually we'll put this back into the pistolier folder, and then if we place him, we can see. Oops, I think yes, I forgot to put him in the collision group, I think. Or maybe I have to redo the weld constraint. So I'll just part 0, head, part 1, cap, and then put him in the collision group. Click that, and then we'll add him to the towers collision group. Close that, and that should work. Seems like it. Press R to rotate, and we place him, and it works. So his name is Pistolier, but he doesn't have a pistol. You can add whatever accessory you want to the zombies and the towers. So I'm just gonna delete the cap from the zombie's head just because I don't want that anymore. But you can find an accessory if you want it. That's just how to add an accessory to an enemy or tower. So that's done. We just gotta give the pistolier an actual pistol. So I'll go around in toolbox and try to look for a pistol. Let's go for one that isn't too complex, since this is just the first level. So we can, I prefer to just model and then scale 0.2. That's too big. Let's see, we'll try to fit it in his hand. 0.1. This looks, actually this is fine. This is fine. So we'll get the grip we want, and then, yeah, so we'll rename this to pistol. We'll put can collide on, and then we'll just grab this, put it in pistolier level 0, right arm, and then we'll find, oh yes, weld constraint, yeah. So we'll get weld constraint, part 0, right arm, part 1, pistol. So now we're gonna make a little animation for this guy. I prefer to use Moon Animator, so I'll just make one real quick. Testing this, yes, his arm works. So I'll just do a little animation. I'll put it at like 4 times speed or something. This pistol grip. Oh, it's rotated a little bit, so I'll actually fix that real quick. Oops, under the floor. Okay, so I'll actually take the pistol out so I can make it even, or what looks like even. And then I'll just 1 degree rotation. And yeah, make sure it's straight. This doesn't look very straight. It also looks a bit slanted. A little more other way. Okay, now a little down. Looking good, okay. So now we drag it back into the spot. I'll set this at 5 again. Since that's what I want the increment to be, I'll just rotate it like so. And then put it in his hand. So we'll move it down a little bit, I guess. And put it back in his arm. So the pistol should stay like right there. Yep. So now I'll just make an animation for him. Save this as shoot. So we have the animation saves right here. We're gonna want to save this, so we right click, save to Roblox, save, click this right here, copy the ID. So now what we want to do is we want to close, or we can leave that open actually. So the script right here, we insert an animation, paste the ID here, call it idle, Control D, duplicate, we'll name this one shoot, right click, save to Roblox, save like that, and shoot. And then now we want to, let's put this line down here. So now I've pasted this right here in the description for you to Control V, Control C, Control V, copy and paste, and then I'll take this other part from down here. Let's go. So I've also pasted another thing into the description. We're gonna create a line right here at line 56. Click or just press enter to create a new line, and we'll Control V, and yeah. So load animation is shoot. So yeah, now we'll put this guy back into pistolier folder. We'll click play, and his animation should play when he shoots. There's his idle. There's his shoot. Yep. His arm's not aligned. I'm not sure why, but I guess I'll just leave it like that. So yeah, the animations play, Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make sounds for when we place him and when he shoots. So I have some sounds over here. Yeah, let's just Control C that ID, and then right there, UI click. Let's go into Start a GUI, main. And then we will, so we go up, see here, we go, this is the, so, here, let me see, tower, let's see, so, or when, we don't have to copy that ID actually, we'll just go game.workspace.ui.sounds.ui click play, because it's in the sounds folder and the name of it's UI click. So when we place him, it should, okay, so when we click this, it actually makes that sound. If we want a sound for when we place him, we'll have to find one in here. Just well, you can find your own ID for that, I guess. You can just put it in the sounds folder, and let's see where I'm gonna see that line of code. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, in the main script, if you want a place sound, you just go down to line 70, press enter, and then it should make line 71, and then you go game.workspace.sounds, and then the name of your sound, and then colon play. Just click enter like that, and then it'll autofill it for you. So yeah, that's how you do sounds, but we want a shooting sound. So I'll go into here, and we'll go pistol shoot. Yeah, let's just copy this one. I'll favorite that, I guess. If you want to, you can do that. And then we'll, so this is the animation, the shoot animation. So we copied that ID. We don't put the ID in there. We put a new sound in here. Actually, let's put the sound in the pistol here. Right arm pistol sound. And we'll paste that ID in. We'll make the volume low, because when there's a bunch of them, it'll make it really loud. So that's, so we'll go tower, which is this. It's the parent of this script, so it's pistolier level 0 dot right arm dot pistol dot shoot play. So when he shoots, it should make a sound. So let's place him. Yes, it works. Not that hard to do. So now what we're gonna want to do is we can put this guy into the workspace again, and let's put a cylinder into workspace. So it should be automatically set onto part, so you just click this little arrow and then you click cylinder, it places it. Let's make can collide off, can whatever that is, and can touch off. Might have to tweak that a little bit. We might have to change that. So we'll put it right in the middle of him on the floor where he touches the ground. I'll have to manually put it there. So now we can change it to red Smooth plastic, transparency 0.5. Let's actually put can collide on so it doesn't phase through the floor. And we'll name this to no placement, like so. And we'll scale it up, so size, and just 5. Let's see if that works. No, that's too big. 3. That's good, I guess, so we'll put it in humanoid root part. Create a weld constraint. Part 0, humanoid root part, part 1, no placement. So now when we place him, there should be a distance between them, so yep. So we place him, and we can't place it inside the red because it's a part of him. So, and not the ground. So now it works. Forgot to do the collision group part for his pistol actually, so we want to make it so we can't collide with his pistol, so we just put him back into the towers. Just click that plus right there. Once you add an accessory to a tower or a zombie, make sure you do that. Make sure you put it, select the model, and then click the plus on one of the collision groups, towers or zombies. So now that I have done that, we do not collide with the pistol. That's almost it for the episode. Now we're going to do stat values for the damage, fire rate, and range, because it being in the script isn't really reliable if you want to change the value thing of it. So I'll just, let's see. Okay, yeah, so we'll go in here, we'll search up for configuration. Let's go settings, you can name it, I'll just name it to config, I guess. Then we'll insert a number value, 3 of them. We'll name this to, rename it, so double click on it, damage, range, and fire rate. So we'll go local config equals script.Parent.config, and then we'll go up here to max distance. Okay, we'll put this up here since we, yep. So I'll put the range part, we're gonna do the range part next, and then that'll be it for the episode. So we'll go max distance equals config.range.value. So that's the value of the range. We'll put that up to 15. Damages whatever you set it to down here, so it's 10, and then fire rate will go 1, since I actually change it to 1.5 because I want it to be balanced. Then we'll go, I'll change the damage to 10 or 5 actually. So config.range.value, and then we'll go down here, take damage, config.damage.value, and over here fire rate, config.firerate.value. And so now it still should work. So let's just be sure. Yep, 5 damage now. And yes. So that's good. It works. So now we're actually going to put this guy back in the workspace. We're going to go into humanoid root part, Control D, duplicate. So we'll set the size to 30 for the Y and Z values, and we'll actually move this up to 0.1, change the color to baby blue, we'll name this range. So as you can see, this is the range inside the tower script. If we go in here, the config, we go in here, range values 15. Formula for the range part size is to multiply the range stat value by 2. So we multiply 15 by 2, which is 30, and this is the range. So now we add another weld constraint, put part 0, humanoid root part, that part, range, then we'll go ahead, we'll add highlight, put fill transparency to 1. I mean, you don't have to, but it kind of ruins the whole point of the color being blue. So put it at 1. Outline color, you can change it to whatever you want, but I'll just put it at white. And then, yeah, that's gonna be it. So put this on 0.5. So we'll put it actually at 1 for now. So put the transparency at 1. Then we're gonna add a script in here. Range on mouse hover. We'll name that. So we'll actually add a click detector into Pistolier. Set max activation distance to like 15 or something, or I'll just do 32, keep it at default, and then we'll go script.Parent.ClickDetector.mouse hover enter connect function parentheses backspace enter. So we'll go script.Parent.humanoid root part range transparency equals 0.5. So whatever transparency you want it to be when you hover over him, that's what you're gonna make it be. I'll actually, yeah, I'll put it at 0.75 actually, so make sure it's still set to 1. So 0.75, then we'll Control C, Control V, mouse hover, and then leave, and then we'll make transparency 1. So now when you hover your mouse over him, he should show the range part, show how much range he has. Yep, so there he is. Well, let's see. Put the click detector inside humanoid. No. Put it back up here. Range. Can collide. Off. Okay, yeah, so make sure can collides off on the range part, so that when you hover only over the model, then the range shows. You can actually, you might want to make the range part a bit bigger, but it works, so that's good. Oh, what is this? Main. Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's, oh well. Line 82, attempt to index nil with instance. On main, line 82. If result.instance name equals floor. I think that's just because we took it off of this, which is named floor. So, yes. Anyways, it should work now. I'll just clear up the output. I'll just put 2 pistoliers down. 3, I guess, for good measures. And yes, you can see he only attacks in the range. So yes, the formula is to multiply by 2, and that's, I think, all. Yeah, so that's all for this episode of the add-ons. Next episode, we'll be doing more zombie types, wave layouts, and I think that's all of it. So I'll see you in the next one.